tuning in, get ready to ride the wave because we've got a show. What's up, Hattiesburg? It's your girl, Miracle Jennings, back with all the vibes for Southern Miss today. If you're tuning in, get ready to ride the wave because we've got a show that's going to blow your mind. From the hottest stories to some surprises, we're bringing all the energy today. Stick around because I've also got two very special guests you won't want to miss. And we're diving into everything that makes Southern Miss buzz. Don't move, we're coming in hot with more fun and all things Southern Miss right after this.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
All right, Southern Miss family, it's time to gear up for some exciting news, updates, and events. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for all of it because we've got a lineup that's going to keep you buzzing. So let's dive right in. First up, we want to take a moment to honor a local legend. Hattiesburg recently lost a gem, Keith Kuyath, a man whose kindness and generosity were felt by everyone he encountered. Keith's impact on our community was nothing short of inspiring, and we send our deepest condolences to his family and friends. Let's keep his legacy alive by spreading that same generosity and warmth to those around us. Now, let's turn our attention to something powerful. Coming up, we're celebrating National Coming Out Day on October 11th, but the real magic starts a little early. Mark your calendars for Wednesday, October 9th from 12:15 to 1 p.m. The Office of Community and Belonging is hosting a special luncheon. This is going to be a moment to celebrate living as our true, authentic selves while also acknowledging the challenges of the coming out process. LGBTQ+ and allies alike, come share in this event and hear anonymous stories that are sure to inspire. And yes, lunch is on the house, so don't miss it. Speaking of Southern Miss traditions, it's that time of year again. Homecoming week, starting Monday, October 14th, we're bringing the heat with a jam-packed week of festivities that will keep the entire campus buzzing until Saturday, October 19th. We've got everything from a golf tournament to Friday night at Spirit Park, a parade, pre-game tailgates, and of course, the big showdown with Arkansas State. It's about to get real, y'all. But wait, there's more. To kick things off with some fun, the Student Government Association is hosting the Where's Waldo's social media challenge. Keep your eyes peeled for Waldo around campus and snap a pic with him for your chance to shine online. Let's see who's got the best detective skills. And that's not all. We're inviting everyone, students, faculty, staff, and the community to the Homecoming Kickoff Rally. It's happening Monday, October 14th at 6 p.m., and you don't want to miss it. There's also going to be a welcome reception, a tour, and a book talk and signing with none other than Professor Matthew F. Delmont, author of Half American, the epic story of African Americans fighting World War II at home and abroad. This is the second annual Kenyard Lecture, and it's going to be one for the books, literally. Professor Delmont is a powerhouse in African American history. You might have seen his work in the New York Times, The Atlantic, and NPR. So come soak in some knowledge and meet the man behind the groundbreaking research. And if you're in the mood for a celebration, we've got another reason to cheer. The USM Center for STEM Education just marked a huge milestone, 60 years of shaping brilliant minds. This past Sunday, we celebrated in style at All-American Rose Garden Park with food, music, and of course, science. The event showcased their curriculum in a hands-on way that gave future scientists a taste of what's to come. Here's to many more decades of groundbreaking STEM education. And that's your news roundup, folks. But don't go anywhere. We've still got sports, weather, and a few surprises waiting for you on the other side of this break. Southern Miss Today will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Are you in a hurry? Well, I am. But as a paralyzed veteran, I had to overcome incredible challenges just to regain my independence and return to work. Finding a parking space shouldn't be one of them. Illegally parking in spaces reserved for people with disabilities is not only wrong, it's against the law. So please, think twice before pulling into a reserved parking spot. Even if it's just for a minute, it's 60 seconds too long. This has been a public service announcement from United Spinal Association.
Welcome back, Southern Miss fans. You know what time it is. It's Eagle Sports time, where our Golden Eagles don't just play, they soar. Things started off a little shaky with an early goal against Southern Miss soccer, but our Eagles didn't let that slow them down. Just 15 minutes later, they fired back with a sweet equalizer, and from there, it was all about taking control. The Golden Eagles absolutely dominated the attack, outshooting their opponents left and right and racking up corner kicks like it was nothing. The energy was high, the teamwork was on point, and let me tell you, the crowd was loving every second. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Southern Miss has been owning the first half this season. Most of their goals have come before halftime, and they're setting the tone early, bringing that Golden Eagle fire right from the start. Next up, they're hitting the field again on Thursday, October 10th, so mark your calendars and get ready for the next home game. Kickoff is at 4 p.m., and you know it's going to be an electric atmosphere. And that wraps up today's Eagle Sports segment. Remember, it's not just about the score, it's about the pride, the passion, and the unstoppable drive that makes us Southern Miss. For more Golden Eagle action, head over to southernmiss.com and keep that cheering spirit alive. All right, Southern Miss, it's time to talk weather, and we've got some golden rays coming your way. Today's shaping up to be a beautiful one, warm with brilliant sunshine lining up the campus. You'll definitely want to grab those shades and enjoy the day. Expect those clear skies to stick around, keeping the temps comfortable. It's perfect for a stroll between classes or catching up with friends outside. Later on, things will cool down just enough to make it breezy in the evening, so don't forget a light jacket if you're heading out. That's your weather update. Stay sunny, Southern Miss. Up next, we have Mississippi Moments produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage with Micah Gifts reporting on the importance of the flu.
It's that time of year again. The temperature is dropping and the leaves are shedding their green hue. For most, it means it's time to break out their favorite sweater. But health professionals advise that people get their COVID shots and their flu shots early this year.
The season usually starts around the beginning of August. However, we did receive them a little earlier this year. It was the end of July, so you want to get it as soon as possible because it takes about 2 weeks for it to actually start working into your system.
According to the Center for Disease Control in 2022 and 2023, Mississippi ranked the lowest nationwide in vaccinations, but ranked second highest with nationwide death rates due to the flu.
It's very important so that your system can start functioning to develop immunity to make sure that it is fighting against the flu as it is developing. And as well, it'll be in your system so that you'll be ready for the season as it starts.
Free flu shots are available to those with medical insurance or through Medicare Part B. If you do not have insurance or Medicare, you will be charged $115 for a senior dose vaccine or $68 for a seasonal vaccine. For more information, visit cvs.com/flu shots. Micah Gibbs, SM2 News.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from Simon Gonzalez and Chris Davis. So stick with us while we hear a message from one of our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back, listeners. Today, I am beyond excited to introduce two guests who are making waves here on campus in a big way. We're talking about discipline, leadership, and commitment, traits that are all homed in one of the most dynamic programs here at Southern Miss. That's right, we've got Simon Gonzalez and Chris Davis from USM's ROTC with us today. Simon and Chris, thank you so much for joining us. How are y'all doing today?
We're good. Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
Awesome. Of course. Now, I can't wait to dive into all the amazing work you and the ROTC are doing. So let's get started. Simon, can you give our listeners a quick overview of what the ROTC program here at Southern Miss is all about and what its core mission is?
So our core mission is to recruit educate and train cadets to commission into the United States Army as commissioned officers.
You know, so as far as like the program, it's just turning you into a leader, you know, having that discipline, motivation, and just resilience to every day, you know, be better and lead, you know, many personnels in the Army and just become, you know, a better person overall, you know, in the Army or outside the Army.
Yeah, absolutely. What made you personally want to join ROTC, and what has your experience been like so far?
My experience so far has been amazing, you know, as far as just building a bond with a bunch of people I just met, you know, been around these people every day and just, you know, in a day in and out, we're, you know, constantly putting in work, you know, every day to strive to be a better leader and just, you know, and it, like, just doing this, it, like, helps me overall as a person, you know, just, you know, communication, like I said, discipline, and just, you know, being a better person.
Absolutely. And you, Simon?
So, I mean, I joined ROTC, I joined the Army and ROTC. I love the community. I love the fact that I'm able to serve my country in a way that, you know, I still wanted to make money and, you know, serve and just do my part in the community. And on top of that, it gives you a family, and not just like any other normal family. I truly believe that we're in a group of the highest performing people here on campus, as far as early morning workouts to, you know, just, you know, excelling in classes and then training to lead others in the military is kind of just one of those things that's like, who else is doing that? So I just wanted to join that part and that community of really high working individuals who's dedicated to, you know, a higher purpose.
Right. I definitely get the impression that y'all work extremely hard. For students who are considering ROTC but aren't sure if it's for them, what would you say are some of the biggest benefits of joining?
To me, I mean, when I joined, I had to ask myself, like, how can I make myself, you know, a better person, you know? And as far as just ROTC can help you with that, you know, just as far as just the community there, it's just all about you succeeding in everything you do. So the college there is amazing, you know, to where they help you with schoolwork, you know, make sure you're responsible, you know, keeping you in your P's and Q's, and just overall, like I said, just the program is amazing, just as helping you be a better person. So just, I guess, coming in as a freshman, you know, like I said, just think of it as, like, how can I make myself better as a person, you know? And just joining a community that's amazing.
So for people that are willing and wanting to join ROTC, first of all, I want to say, I mean, at least give it a shot. It may not be for you, or it may be for you, and you might excel at it, but at least give it a shot. But if you're looking for a group of people that you can call family, that you're wanting to, you know, wake up, work out, just excel in life with, and just become a better you. If you're looking for people that'll hold you accountable to that standard, and on top of that, just, you know, give you a reason to keep going, then, I mean, ROTC is for you. So, like, and as far as leadership, and, like, I mean, everybody wants to lead in life. Everybody wants to be at the top. So I say, if that's the stuff that you want to do, if you want to be an outlier and you just don't want to live that everyday average life and you want to become somebody better, then ROTC is 100% for you. So why not try it?
Absolutely. Now, like you said, I imagine leadership development plays a huge role in the ROTC program. Can you share how the program helps shape strong leaders both in and outside of the military?
Yeah. So in and outside of the military, from early morning workouts, we're shaping them to be physically fit. That way they can lead in physical fitness. But on top of that, we're constantly in the classroom. Whether we're in the classroom or not, we are constantly learning how to do something. We're constantly training on how this mission will go, and we're taking everything into, you know, as a factor. Whether it's the weather, what obstacles do we have in that day? So like inside of ROTC, we're training to lead men for the battlefield, and for them to learn how to work under pressure and how to save lives and complete the mission. But outside, you have that discipline now. You have that drive, and you know now what your limits and what your limits aren't. So so being able to push yourself is a little bit easier because you know that we've already done it for you. We've already helped you accomplish your goals. So then why not just keep going?
You know, and it's like not even just ROTC, you know, just the Army itself, man. We have things that we live by, you know, integrity. You know,
Right.
those things are stuff you can carry to the outside world. You know, having integrity, doing selfless service. You know, just helping people, just out of just wanting to help people. You know,
Yeah.
and just it's things that we live by in the Army that can carry on to the outside world and that can carry on into you like forever. You know, and just Army just it gives you those habits
Right.
and stuff like that to like better yourself in the outside world. So
Those are all amazing qualities I think we all should
Yeah.
strive for.
Mm-hmm.
What's a typical day like for a cadet in the program? Can you walk us through some of the training and activities you're involved in?
okay, just as far as just like usually our day start off at 5 in the morning. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
and yeah, so getting up in the morning and running like miles, like 3
Oh,
to 2 miles,
okay.
every day, and just it's just something. Cause like usually you get up in the morning, you get up early, your day seems longer, so you can get more accomplished in the day. So just overall that it just helps you get up in the morning to just get in that habit of getting up in the morning and trying to do something and get things accomplished.
Right.
So and as far as just being physical fit, and then throughout the day we have classes, and that throughout the classes it just touch up on things that the Army has us like basically prepare for in the Army. So. Just as like tactics, land navigation. Land navigation is a good thing to have, outside world too. You might get lost one day, so you have to find your way. You might have to have technology. So
Exactly.
land navigation is big. Tactics you have. Just throughout the day, we just like in class, just touch up on things throughout the Army. And sometimes also like Thursday we have lab where we
Okay.
actually get hands on and we actually go through the things physically. So as far as tactics, land navigation, and sometimes outside of we'll meet up and we'll just like I said we'll have that bond and we'll just click even more to bring that bond even closer. So that's usually what a ROTC day to day look like.
Okay, so it definitely sounds like ROTC cadets often balance rigorous military training with their academic schedules. How do you and your peers manage that balance?
Yeah. So I guess we make the most of the day. Like we literally make the most of the day. We have cadets. We know we have to be at PT at 5 in the morning. So we have cadets that'll wake up at 4. They'll study up. We'll go to PT just because, not because they have to, because
Yes.
we'll work with you. We'll tell you, skip PT this day, just to get that schoolwork done. Because getting that
Right.
degree is the first thing that you need to do. And but we'll have cadets wake up a little bit earlier. They'll study, and then they'll still come to PT because that's the discipline that we've driven into them. And on top of that, we have classes. We'll go to classes, and the Army and ROTC teaches a lot about balance as far as just like prioritizing time. I guess as a soldier and as a cadet, you just it's one of those things that you learn firsthand that if you don't do it properly, there's
Right.
no possible way for you to be, like physically fit. The whole point of being physically fit is to be able to balance both things.
Right.
So having classes and just labs and PT sessions in the morning, and we still have workout sessions after classes and stuff like at night and stuff. And for me and Davis here, we both work and working at the VA. So just balancing all that is one of those things that Army taught us, and it's our ability to quickly adapt to the situation that we are in, and being able to adapt is our number one thing as a soldier.
Sounds like time management is
Yeah,
too, as
really
well.
a lot of time management.
Yeah. Now, I understand that ROTC offers scholarships. Could you tell us a little bit more about those opportunities and how they support students financially?
So first off, I'm gonna get into the TA gap.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's a big one because TA gap covers your classes.
Oh,
so
all right.
usually you get 4,000 each year.
Wow.
So you can split that up between each semester. So usually you get that every year. And as far as we also have the seat form, and that gives 5,000 a semester.
This is for the SMP program, Simultaneous Membership Program.
Okay.
For the guard. So if you're a guard and if you're in a cadet. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if you get that, you get 5,000 a semester. So usually that TA gap kind of covers everything. Usually it covers everything usually. and if it doesn't, you also have that seat, and it kind of
Right.
it leaves you whatever left, and it pays for that. And so whatever else, it goes to you in pocket, you know. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a lot of funds the military
Yeah.
push out to you to make sure you're able to, go to school for free, So
Yeah.
and you're also entitled to scholarships. That also Army has scholarships too that you can reach out and get to and earn, and also it's things I'm missing.
So yeah, we receive for ROTC as soon as you contract and become a cadet. We receive a stipend the 1st and 15th, $420 for the month.
Okay.
So $210, and it just goes in our pockets for spending.
Awesome.
But as far as like ROTC scholarships, we offered a 3 and a 4-year scholarship, and those scholarships pay tuition, and those scholarships come with tuition that'll pay for all your tuition or your room and board. So you get to make that choice. And then you also get a book stipend and a monthly stipend, and that monthly stipend is that $420. But for the guard that are coming in and trying to contract and become a cadet, I mean, we're doubling up, whether it's GI Bill, the GI Bill kicker, and so at the end of the day, if you don't come to school and it's for free, it's because somebody did their paperwork wrong, and it's because you just didn't take the time out to do everything right the first time. So the Army offers everything you need just to succeed here in just college. So it's a blessing having being in the military.
Is. Yeah,
it truly is.
Getting a full ride to school,
Yeah.
that's definitely a blessing. Now, community engagement is such a big part of USM's culture. How does the ROTC program get involved with the local community or campus events?
Okay. Oh yeah. So this is a good time we're doing a blood drive with the Air Force.
Awesome.
It's called the MASH Clash, MASH Clash, on October 30th, and it's just a blood drive for us to donate because with so much going on in the world, the whole point of us being here is to help it take another step further into a better future. So we really do everything we can as far as everything goes between our training or just trying to figure out funds and stuff like that. But one of the big things is MASH Clash. That's going to be happening here soon.
Okay.
And then I guess as far as like community wise, like just even doing football games, helping people who we have an informational booth where we just help people who may be lost or anything or wonder what's going on. So, and as far as like also like the cannon crew a lot of people like doing the cannon. So we have a raffle ticket for that, just so people can win to be able to pull that cannon. So it's just a thrill, and a lot of kids usually do it and they love it. Because a lot of kids love things that go boom.
Do.
So, but it's fun doing that. So it kind of helps the community and then get them to interact with us, through ROTC.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, what are some of the biggest challenges cadets face in the ROTC program, and how do they overcome them?
I want to say physical training and that the ability to perform under pressure, and I guess we overcome physical training by doing it more often, and because we do things as far as like running 12 miles with 45 pounds on your back.
Wow.
So it's not something you can just jump into. So we constantly strive to perform a lot better every single day, and we endorse everybody coming out and going and still working out after classes and after PT sessions, just so they can because at the end of the day, as cadets, we're here for you, and we want them to become their better selves. So, so that, and as far as moving under pressure and making decisions under pressure, we do that by rehearsals and educating them. That way, there's no confusion in their mind, and we continue to drill into what our standard operating procedures are and what our what to do in those decisions, and what you have to take in to make those decisions, like whether it's the weather or terrain or what obstacle is in your way or how many people are you facing. So we really drill all this into them so that they for sure know what decision to make instead of having to guess.
Yeah. So as like touch back on the physical part, as being physical is kind of hard, It's something you had to make time for, and it's something that you had to do day in, day out. Because being physical fit doesn't come easy, you know.
Mm-mm.
So it's something you have to put work in for, you know, day in, day
Right.
out. So, and as far as the Army, you know, ROTC, you know, it's a busy, you know, it's a busy environment, you know. So I guess just time commitment and just time management too, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a very busy environment. So just mapping out your plans and just, you know, scheduling things it can get difficult at times, you know.
Yes, it
So
can.
you have to, you know, prioritize things. So that can be a problem a lot of
Yeah.
soldiers face. So
Well, Simon and Chris, thank you so much for giving us a closer look at USM's ROTC and the incredible work you all are doing. It's inspiring to hear about the dedication and leadership coming out of this program. For any of our listeners who are interested in learning more, be sure to check out the ROTC office on campus or visit their website. Thanks again, Simon and Chris, and we wish you and all the cadets the best of luck. moving
thanks for
forward.
having us.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, coming up, we have a news wrap with Robert Hartenfield talking about starting a Lutheran congregation in Long Beach, Mississippi.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. In 1983, Robert Hartenfield came to Long Beach, Mississippi to help establish a new Lutheran congregation. He describes the anxiety of being a Yankee in the Deep South and falling in love with the Gulf Coast.
When I came to Long Beach, Mississippi, there was no congregation, and I was called by the Division of Outreach to be the pastor developer until such time as the congregation was ready to organize. I was given the option of going to Florida, but the director of outreach for our region asked me if I would consider Mississippi, and we came and looked, and I fell in love with the Gulf Coast. But I also came with fear and trepidation because the Old South was going to be something different to a Lutheran than what the North was, where we have Lutherans all over the place. And I remember being told if you can find 6 families that will become Lutheran in the first year, we'll consider that a success. Well, fortunately, there were a number of families in Mississippi that wanted a Lutheran congregation. And within a month, we had 30 people gathered that started to worship together.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
And that's a wrap up for today's show. A huge thank you again to Simon Gonzalez and Chris Davis for joining us and giving us a deeper look into the incredible work being done by USM's ROTC. As always, a massive shout out to everyone who makes Southern Miss Today possible. Cara, our audio engineer, Gabby, our film producer, Shania, our program director, Ari, our executive producer, Hannah, our assistant producer, and of course, our general manager, Dr. Marty. We couldn't do it without you guys. I'm your host, Miracle Jennings, signing off. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you next time on Southern Miss Today.
Sponsorship comes from Southern Beverage, your local Michelob Ultra distributor. Michelob Ultra has significantly fewer carbs and calories per serving if you are watching those in your diet. You can reach Southern Beverage by phone at 601-268-9111, or you can find them on the internet at southernbeverage.com. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri, and Southern Beverage ask you to please drink responsibly. Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420